Good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. So we are blessed with another cold, wet and windy day and it's nearly May. You would have thought by now it'd be warming up, but still it's not. So in today's video I will be putting on the second application of fertiliser. 4 weeks ago I put on the first application of urea and now it's time to put on the second application onto the grazing ground and the silage ground. We were hoping to take first cut off the silage ground before the second application of fertiliser, but because it's been so wet and it still looks like it's raining for the next 2 weeks on the forecast, the grass is going to start to go sick, and then by the time that we bring the silage in, it's grass that's kind of deteriorated and it's lost all of its quality. So we definitely don't want that to happen. And also, after sending the cows out a few weeks ago, the fields are also getting a little bit short of feed for the cows. So I've already put a little bit of fertiliser on last night, so I've got the first spreader on ready to go. The tractor is looking very, very messy, by the way, and it's not usually like that. We did manage to get some muck out onto the maize ground from the lagoon, and so that's why it's still dirty. But next week we've got a lot of cleaning to do, and so we'll catch up on it all then. Anyway, enough talking from me. Let's get onto the tractor, let's make a start. Alright, we're full up again. That's all the grazing ground done, and we're going to be moving now onto the silage ground. So the nitrogen that I'm using is Lithan 34%. I paid £310 per tonne, which is still quite expensive, but miles cheaper than the £750 that we paid last year, so I can't really complain too much about that. My dad and I have worked out that if I spread through the fertiliser today, then hopefully by 2 weeks, a little bit over 2 weeks, it's all used up in the grass. Obviously we can't silage the silage fields if there is still nitrogen in the grass, because what happens is if you bring it in with nitrogen still in the grass, it doesn't ferment in the clamp properly, and then when you come to open the clamp up in the winter time, you've got hundreds of tons of mouldy silage, which obviously you don't want to happen, because then you're in a mess with no food to supply the cows throughout the winter. Unless you can get it super dry, but, and that is a big but, That's if you have some really, really nice weather, which in England we're just not enriched with that nice weather all the time, so we just can't guarantee it. So on the forecast it does say it's 2 weeks of rain. If I spread the fertiliser today, hopefully by the end of the rain, and if it starts drying up in about 3 weeks, fingers crossed, the nitrogen's all used up in the silage ground, the fields start drying out, hopefully by that point we can get first cut. So, right, onwards and outwards, let's go. Here we are in the silage field. This is actually the biggest field that we've got, 28 acres. Well, we're in Cheshire, that's quite a big field, that is. But yeah, you can see behind me, it's very patchy, this field. It's quite dark green in the middle, but around the edges it's starting to look a bit lighter green, and that's showing its signs that it's hungry for some fertiliser. It is still very wet underfoot, I must admit. But yeah, the fields are starting to look a little bit patchy now, so hopefully with this application of fert, that should sort it out. We have been holding off because we didn't want to screw ourselves over in case the weather turned for the better and then we could get first cut in, but a quick check on the forecast confirms that it is definitely still raining for the next 2 weeks, so on with the fert we go. And so there we have it. The second application of fertiliser is on. The fert spreader is off the tractor and washed, so that is what I like to call job well done. And hopefully those drone shots don't expose the fact that I don't have GPS on the tractor too much. But that brings me to the end of this video, guys. If you've liked it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, leave me a comment. I really do appreciate the support. And so thank you very much for watching. Now I shall see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, goodbye.
Arlene, see you good girl, aren't you?